Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Doc Harmony. We're here at Windermere Riley's first annual virtual wellness summits. Today we're going to talk about ear candles. But first, a little bit about who I am. I'm Doc Harmony, and I'm the founder of Healthy Energy Amazing Life, and I'm also the creator of Harmony's ear candles. The best part about my job is that I get to work with women from all walks of life. We work together in a safe, secure, and successful environment, proving to the world that women can work together. We support each other and our customers with clear, honest information and mutual respect. We believe also in fair trade values, and we've allowed our families that handcraft our ear candles to create their own schedules, quotas, and thus their own microeconomic pops that work for them. We also stand on our values of health and environment. For example, we created the only cruelty-free vegan ear candle with organic cotton and food-grade wax, and we're super proud of that. And we'll talk more about that later. We've also generated our own electricity for over 15 years. We have a zero carbon footprint by offsetting 50 acres that have never been cut, farmed, or used in any way except by Mother Nature's animals. We have red foxes, deers, snakes, boars, bears, and like a really huge owl about 3 feet tall that just meanders through the acreage. So, how did I get started in this crazy thing with ear candles? Well, in 1991, my son was diagnosed with an ear infection, which he had for 6 months. Nothing worked. The doctors kept throwing antibiotics after antibiotics at him until finally he was vomiting them up. And I thought, enough is enough. I'm done. My child is not going to be a guinea pig. So I remembered about Dr. Barry Hill. He's a naturopath in Decatur, Georgia, and he recommended ear candles. Now, to be completely honest, I thought this was the craziest thing that I'd ever heard. But you're a mom, and your child is sick. What other choice do you have to try but anything that you think will help make him better? So we started ear candling, and I have to say, after the first ear candle, he was completely relaxed. And we ended up doing 4 in total while we watched The Little Mermaid. I'll never forget it. And I gave him a red lollipop. Now, why do I share that? I think it's very important to know that 1, we really didn't think that this would work. 2, it really wasn't like a healing environment. And 3, I had given him a lollipop with sugar and red dye. So now this time I didn't know anything about natural health. This was my first introduction to it. But I will tell you this, the next morning he woke up and he has never had another ear infection since. I was impressed. And at the same time, Dr. Barry Hill kept calling me and encouraging me to make them and sell them. So I had a visit and he showed me everything he knew about ear candles, and I started making them for neighbors, family, friends. And then I thought, what about the local health food stores? I had been involved with DeShea and helping the health food stores lobby for their position. And I started calling them. And lo and behold, they started buying ear candles. I have been so blessed. At this time, we started homeschooling our kids, and we were able to travel across the United States with our kids, homeschooling them and selling ear candles. It was amazing. So what next? So as the family business grew, we knew that we needed help, but we also wanted to make a difference in where we lived, rural America. So we started working with other homeschooling families, people with disabilities. We eventually worked with some Native Americans, retirees, but mostly single mothers. We wanted to provide jobs to those that were truly in need and needed the flexibility. But more importantly, we also wanted to have the best and safest ear candle in the market. So during the next several years, we started looking how to improve and become the best ear candle. And so one of our first decisions was to use certified organic cotton. So why did we decide that? Well, as you know, all pesticides are used on cotton and they're not GMO. And we didn't know what the effect of that burning it and having that smoke, which I'll show you later, go into the ear canal, could possibly have upon the physical body. I'm not saying it does, I'm not saying it doesn't, I'm just saying we didn't know. So we wanted the cleanest best ear candle in the marketplace. And so our first change was the organic cloth, certified organic cloth. So the other thing that we wanted to do was we wanted to have a vegetarian ear candle. We were really concerned about the beeswax with the hives. And so we discovered food grade wax, and it is the cleanest burning wax in the marketplace. So that is our number one selling ear candle because it is the cleanest burning. We also though have beeswax, don't worry. And we do this by pulling our wax from hives where the bees have been pollinating in areas that are free of pesticides. And last but not least is our famous patented safety tip. We're really proud of this. We have a 100% safety record, and we believe that our choice of wax, cloth, the way we create our ear candles, and most importantly, our safety tip keeps this record 100% clean. The rest of the world requires it for their ear candles. If it's good for the rest of the world, it's the best for the United States of America. I know everybody is dying to know, how do ear candles actually work? So I'm going to walk through the technical aspects of ear candling with you, and then we're going to show you with my dear friend Monica how to actually ear candle. So first, it's very important that you take the ear candle and you light it first without it being inside of your ear. This is very important. And you allow it to come to full combustion. So what does that mean? That means you light it and you allow the flame to come completely around the ear candle. And when you do that, that will start the actual ear candling process. At that point, you may see smoke coming down at the bottom of the ear candle, and that's okay. What you're going to do is you're going to take that ear candle after it's fully lit, and you're going to put it very gently in the ear. You can see I'm not pushing it in there. It's just very gently placed in there. Now, coming back to this warm smoke, it is going to flow out, and what it does is it goes inside the ear canal. And this warm smoke is the beginning of the process of ear candling, where it starts to stimulate the autonomic nervous system to go from that very stressed state to a very relaxed, open, parasympathetic state. And when this happens, it starts stimulating your reflexology points and allows your eustachian sinuses and limbs to begin to relax and open up and dilate and decongest naturally. Think about the 3 chakras. Think about all the 8 of the 12 meridian pathways that start and end in the head area. This is an extremely amazing, powerfully energetic area, and ear candles helps it all to relax. There's also been a study from Germany that actually shows how relaxing ear candles are. This brainwave study comes from Germans, and what they have proven that after the first ear candle, everybody shifted from that beta state to a very relaxed alpha state. And we've seen that after using 2 or 3 ear candles, people actually shift to the theta state. So this is really how the ear candling works. It is allowing your body to get to a very relaxed state where then your body energetically through reflexology, through meridian pathways, your chakras, through healing, through relaxing, allows the body to heal itself. So a lot of people want to know, how many ear candles can you use? A session of ear candling usually consists of 3 ear candles per ear. So that would be 6 ear candles in total, and it usually takes about an hour. So you would candle one ear first, and then you would candle the other ear next. So you would do 3 on this side, and then you would do 3 on this side. You wouldn't go 1, 1, 2, no. You go 3 on this side, and then 3 on this side. And many people find relief by using just more than 1 ear candle in a session because it keeps them in that deeply relaxed healing state of relaxed wakefulness. And so basically, like, a lot of people want to know, well, what if I have an ear infection? So we have found that people that have ear infections, if they use 4 ear candles, they usually wake up the next day and they're just fully satisfied. So we also have people with sinus infections, and those people like to use 3 to 5 ear candles per ear. Now, it's kind of different when you have a headache or a migraine. We have found that you could actually just do 1 or 2 per ear, and that just somehow stimulates and allows that head passage area to just relax and open up, and the headaches dissipate. So we also, with rhinitis, runny noses, I'll never forget one night my son was he was like 6 months old, and you know how they can't swallow and the mucus, and he had this runny nose, and it was just horrible, and he kept waking up all night. So I actually ear candled him. I did a half an ear candle because, mind you, he was just a tiny baby, and he went completely to sleep and slept all night long, and we never had that issue again. Colds and flus, 3 to 5 ear candles per ear is usually the best results. And now sometimes with colds, flus, and sinusitis, you might have another session the next day, and that's okay. But in general, it usually clears up about 70% of those symptoms, allowing you to have a much more relaxing day the next day, or a much more efficient day without all that pressure and tension. You know, people use them also for allergies, and they'll use about 2 to 4 ear candles per ear. You know, and it's so important to remember, this is the most important rule. Listen to your intuition. Listen to your body. If it works, great, keep doing it. So this is supposed to be relaxing, it's supposed to be healing. Now, as promised, we're going to show you how to do ear candling, and with my dear friend Monica, and I hope you enjoy, and I'll be right back. So welcome back, everyone. Doc Harmony again. And so I know everybody wants to know, okay, great, ear candling, this is wonderful, but what do I see inside the ear candle? And so yes, you do see different things inside the ear candles. And this is because there are different types of ear candles. There's different types of waxes. There's different types of styles of handcrafting ear candles, or most of them are made on machines. And so those create a different type of ear candle. As you know, anytime you burn anything, whether it's, you know, in your fireplace, or it's, you know, you're burning a pile of leaves, there's always going to be a residue. So also though, you can see a difference from ear candling, from ear candle to ear candle during a session. And so why is that? So think about it. When a person is really compacted and congested, there's going to be a lot more debris on the inside of that ear candle. When a person is more open and flowing, more relaxed, less stressed, they're going to have less residue inside of the ear candle. So why is that? Well, think about it. It has to have air, energy, and oxygen. If there's any limitation of air, energy, or oxygen in relationship to the body and the ear candle, you will see that there will be more residue inside the ear candle. So I encourage you, you can test this yourself. You can actually take an ear candle, close the bottom of it, make sure it's really sealed, and light it, and see what happens. When you open up the ear candle, you will see the same type of residue on the inside. I hope that that is really informative and helpful, and not discouraging. Ear candles do work. You do feel more open, you do feel more relaxed, and they do help the body to heal itself. So a lot of people want to know about the history of ear candling. Where does it come from? So if you go on the internet, you'll see a lot of stories about ancient Egypt, Mayan pyramids, Atlantis. So where do those stories come from? If you go to coningworks.com, you will see that they did past life regressions there, and these stories evolve from those past life regressions. So I can't tell you if they're true or not. You will have to make those decisions for yourself. Another myth that is on the internet is that ear candles come from the Hopi Native American tribe in Arizona. That, regrettably, is not true either, and has been rebutted in writing many times by the Hopi Native American tribe leaders. So where do ear candles come from then? Well, as I shared in my introduction, I have been able to do trade shows all over the world and candled about at least 11,000 people. And during all those ear candlings, of course, I love talking to people that knew about ear candling. And I found that there was a lot of European influence. There was also a lot of South American and Mexican influence. And they both evolved distinctly from each other. And so what I have is these stories of their great-grandmothers or their great-aunts rolling up, whether it was a corn husk or whether it was a handkerchief or whether it was newspaper or butcher paper, wax paper. They all rolled something up to create some type of cone so that they could light it and put it inside the ear. Now, how they knew to do that, I have no idea, and I've yet to know that story. So if anyone out there knows, please give me a call and let me know. But basically, ear candling has just been passed down from generation to generation, from mom to daughter, from aunt to son, to grandparents to grandchildren. And so it's just been handed down by generation to generation. There are a lot of things that actually complement ear candling, and that has really helped with the expansion of Healthy Energy, Amazing Life. We just found these great products, especially while traveling and doing trade shows. And we also, through speaking with so many people over the many years, what works and how are people using ear candles. So one of the things that I'd really like to talk about is the mullein ear oil. So a lot of people use mullein ear oil for dry, itchy ears and ear infections. And so we have two brands available. We do have the kind with garlic and without garlic. And a lot of people like to use the mullein ear oil when they feel an ear infection coming up, or they like to do it especially after ear candling. Sometimes ear candling can dry out the area, especially if you have dry skin. And so they like to actually add a little bit of moisture. Please don't drop oils down in there. Use your Q-tip, put it into the bottle of mullein ear oil, and then take that and massage it gently in your ear canal. The other item that helps for those people out there who do have chronic earwax is Chirosol. So we have Chirosol, which is a great product that helps by flushing out earwax naturally, gently. And you can do this in your home. So this is a great product as well. Of course, for those people that have chronic earwax and they don't want to be flushing all the time, what we have is Newton Labs earwax. This is a homeopathic remedy. It is designed to help prevent the buildup of earwax in the first place. So now, while we're ear candling, what can we do to enhance that experience? Well, the first thing that's really super important is essential ear oils. I love candling with essential ear oils. I love using lavender. I love using eucalyptus, especially, you use eucalyptus when you have sinus infection. I love using the lavender to help somebody relax. And so they just kind of breathe it as they would like during that ear candling session. And that just helps to enhance everything. The other thing that I really like to use during an ear candling session is we have Body Tox lavender patches. And now the Body Tox lavender patches are just great. You open them up, it smells like the lavender fields of Aix-de-Provence, and you put them on your feet. You start your ear candling session. I guarantee you're going to sleep like a baby. Another product line that we have that is just super amazing is my OC Magnesiums. Now, I love magnesium. I use it every day. I put it on my feet every morning. I massage it in. It's my treat to me. I also used to have a lot of cramps in my legs, especially when I traveled, and I do not have those anymore because I am using my magnesium on a daily basis. When I did have cramps, I'd put them on there and the cramps would be alleviated, and I couldn't even count to 30. So it was great. It's really been a lifesaver for me. We have flakes. I love to take a bath in the magnesium flakes after a long, strenuous day, or maybe after exercising or running. I also love the oils for those tough spots. especially when you're cramping. So check us out. The other thing that I would be remiss is to not talk about my favorite product, other than ear candles, is a Sovereign Silver. Sovereign Silver, I travel everywhere with this. People ask me all the time, if you were stranded on an island, what product would you want to have? And this would be the product. I can tell you it is the most amazing thing for immune enhancing. It helps with cuts and burns. Instead of being down with a cold or a flu or a virus for 7 to 14 days, I'm usually don't get it, or it will just take about 3 days to recover. So this is one of my favorite products. So I just really want to thank you guys for your time, for listening, for showing up, for caring about yourself, for taking responsibility for your health. And I just look forward to speaking with every one of you and answering any of your questions that you have. And I hope that you continue to have a wonderful Saturday. Thanks. Ciao. Bye.